Hey everybody, it's Fox here. It's been about 6 weeks since my last confession, so I just want to say hi to everyone. Yeah, my chest looks a little bit greasy because I've been putting this bio oil stuff on it. I've also been told about this stuff called Pure, like PJUR, which Spencer was going on about. And his scars look absolutely incredible. Well, you can't even see the scars, it's so good. So I'm hoping to, yeah, I've ordered it, so it should arrive soon, so I'm hoping to use that as soon as possible. But in the meantime, the bio oil is the shiz. I mean, it's good stuff. I'm healing pretty good. I've got kind of, well, that's where the drains were. Scar is quite neat. Again, on the other side, the scar is slightly thicker right here, but you know, I think it's definitely going to go. It feels kind of raised up and lumpy if I run my hands across it, but yeah, I think it's pretty good. My nipples are just about sorting themselves out. They've got a little bit of discoloration still. I think that will go. Again, I'm just trying to keep everything clean, you know, so that I don't get infected. Or I actually heard a horror story of some guy who had his it was on a documentary actually, where he had his top surgery and then he kind of moved, and then internally it kind of ripped, and then the whole area filled up with blood. So I know it's still possible to do horrible things. I also heard another horrible story about a guy who was really good with his chest and kind of left it how it was for like 6 months, and then he met some other person and they had mad vigorous sex and his scars stretched to like that much. I don't know if that's true though, but I don't want to risk it. So but I really want to work out as well, because I had my photo taken next to Lewis, and he's obviously, he was so buff just before he had his surgery, and he's been working out since then too, and I just felt like, oh my god, it feels so like not weedy, but like, you know, just like I could tone myself up a bit, and if I'm going to be taking my shirt off and what have you, then, you know, the least I could do is probably do some sit-ups or something like that. Oh, my shirt's on backwards. Anyway, yeah, so I've been up to some really cool things over the past month, because it's been LGBT month, I think, or is it LGBT History Month or something like that? But we've been invited to, or we were invited to lots of really cool places. Gendered Intelligence is an incredible organisation set up by a guy called Jay Stewart, and he's kind of yeah, he's doing some really cool stuff in schools, and you know, just helping people who are struggling with their gender identity and what have you. And it's quite very cool events that they put on and what have you. So I'm really happy to be part of that, and I've gone there a few times to have a Q&A session. And the last time I went, we watched a film, and it was really incredible. It was a really good documentary. I'll try and leave a link to it in the box below as well. Set in Minnesota, I think, of all places. What else can I tell you? I've been invited to a few interesting things. Sarah Savage and I went to Canary Wharf the other week, I think it was last week, to have a chat with a bunch of corporate investors. It was really strange. They're all bankers, and I felt quite out of my element actually, because I kind of dressed up for the occasion, but I was wearing like a schoolboy's blazer, and I just felt like such a loser, like, compared to all these suits and what have you. And we were hanging out with the awesome youths of the Albert Kennedy Trust, and they're just doing some cool stuff there. You know, there's lots of great organisations out there for people who really need it, and meeting these kids was just incredibly inspiring. Like, they're really they've got so much humour and so much intelligence, and you know, considering they've had such difficult lives. I heard a small bit about a few of the people told me about stuff that had been happening with them, and it's phenomenal. You know, it's incredible, the urge that people have just to kind of carry on being who they are, and you know, despite really awful home situations, living situations. So yeah, that's been really exciting, and I've really enjoyed, you know, doing stuff like that. It's been that's kind of one of the best things about it, and it's still quite surprising to get invited to such things, and I'm really grateful to have that. One of the coolest things about doing my transsexual summer was the people that have come out of the woodwork because of it, and a couple days ago I met up with probably England's oldest trans man. He is 63 years old. He had his top surgery in the 70s when he was, well, it was about 40 years ago, when he was 20. And you know, the results are really, really good. You know, it looks great considering it was this the surgeon had never done such an operation before, and it was incredible to get his perspective. And I really look forward to documenting this, because this is our history. You know, these are the people who have carved the way for us, and you know, there's so much secrecy surrounding being trans. I think that it's really important to document. I wanted to use the phrase tranpa because I think it's a great phrase, and these are our trans elders, and this is such a great tranpa. I love this guy, and I look forward to meeting him in the future and hanging out and stuff. But it was just gold to be able to hear what he went through, and I mean, everyone's stories are always fascinating to me, but I found his particularly poignant because he's got such a wealth of information. So I look forward to picking his brain and getting him to either just record it or type it up or whatever, but I'll try and share that stuff with you in the future, because I think you'll find it as fascinating as I did. Anyway, just wanted to share that. It was great to meet him. Yesterday, I went to Exeter with Sarah Savage as well, and it was really fun. We got to meet a bunch of people, but we spent about, I'd say, 4 or 5 hours each way travelling, so it was about a 9-hour travel, and possibly 4 hours there, so it wasn't a huge amount of time, but it was good to know that we can do that, you know. And it's just a shame because I need to get on it with my my work as well, and my freelance stuff. So let me see, I'm almost a year on T, which is incredible. I think I started T in April, and we're just in March now, so I think I'm almost 11 months on T. So I'm about 10.5 months on T now. So yeah, everything's kind of sorting itself out. I've noticed a little bit more acne and what have you, but it's nothing horrific. When I look in the mirror, I don't feel as upset as I used to feel. I just think, oh, that's me, you know, which is quite nice. I know we're all going to Cardiff for Wales. Like, it's a History Month kind of event, and that sounds really awesome. So we're going to be meeting up quite a lot over the summer, hopefully, my transsexual summer people. And at the same time, I'm also trying to get my work off the ground. So this is the year for me, because I've kind of done the surviving thing, and now it's time for me to really take charge and enjoy what I'm doing, and do more of it and what have you. So more screen prints, more illustrations, more teaching. I'm just looking forward to stepping it up a gear, and it's nice to be in the position to do that now. I've got this problem out of the way. Explaining genderqueer wasn't something that my transsexual summer could do very well, and I completely understand why. I think it's tricky when you're just telling the basics to somebody, you know, about transitioning. So hopefully I can do some good work on the genderqueer front. Yeah, so all is good. I will talk to you guys soon. I guess my next update will be a year on T, so I look forward to making that. And in the meantime, everyone stay awesome, and thank you for everyone's messages and what have you. Things are really looking up, and I'm so grateful, and yeah. Okay, bye.